Hey guys, welcome to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be testing out some new makeup products that I've both recently purchased and are actually new releases as well. So I have a couple items that were in my haul video that I did that should have already gone up by now. It should have gone up I think last week. So that haul is already up, so definitely check it out if you're interested. But I purchased some makeup products in there that were actually new releases. So today we are going to be testing a lot of those out and I'm very excited to get started. But before we do, hello, if you are new here, my name is Emily or MEG, whatever you want to call me. I do beauty and fashion related content on my channel. So if that sounds interesting to you, go ahead and consider hitting the subscribe button. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay guys, so I have my hair pulled back. I already put my brow pencil in. I used the Benefit Cosmetics Goof Proof brow pencil. Real quickly gonna go ahead and prime my eyes with the e.l.f. shadow primer. This is typically what I use when I'm testing out new eyeshadow palettes. I'll use a Milani one sometimes, but this one I like a little bit better because the Milani one kind of dries my eyelids a little too much, but that's partially because I do have drier eyelids. Most people have really oily eyelids. I do not. So I have two palettes I recently purchased. Now, this one from Pat McGrath is not a new release, but I might pull a shade in here. I haven't decided yet because they're so pretty, and I did try this palette out for the first time yesterday and it's amazing. It's like everything I dreamed it would be. I might put like one of these just on the center of the lid. I haven't decided yet because I really want to showcase this OFRA one, and this was the OFRA Leora collab. I think Leora Loves Makeup is her YouTube channel. Here is her palette. Trying like not to get the mirror to flash you guys. So you have two mattes. This one looks like a matte in the camera, but it definitely has like a little bit of glitter to it in the pan. Like I can see it. I wouldn't necessarily say it's like a shimmer though. It just has like a little bit of gold reflect that I can see. And then you have the metallic down here, and this is actually the Blissful highlighter. Okay, so I'm gonna grab this crease brush and go into this pink shade. Even though it's got some shimmer in it, it's like pretty subtle. I don't even know if you guys will be able to see because like I said, it doesn't even pick up on camera, so I'm not sure. So I'm just putting this in the crease. I always start with the crease. So you can see it's a pretty subtle pink. You can't really see any shimmer on camera. It has a little bit, at least mine does, have a little bit of gold reflect in the pan. So I'm not sure, maybe it is just supposed to be a matte. Maybe I'm just crazy. It's pretty distinct possibility. Also, sorry if you guys see me look out a lot. I ordered some Uber Eats and I'm just like waiting for it to come. Okay, so that's really pretty. I'm gonna go ahead and use this Firma brush, and I'm just gonna go into this deeper brown shade and just build up the crease a little bit. So just putting it in here. I just want to add a little bit more dimension to the look. Per usual. I think I say that in like every try on video that I've ever done. So yeah, that definitely added a little bit of dimension. It's not quite as pigmented as I expected it to be, but definitely not bad, and it's adding what I want it to, so I'm not mad about it. Okay, real quickly, I am going to take a shade from the Pat McGrath palette. I'm going to take this dark brown shade right here, and I'm actually going to pick it up with this brush. So I'm picking this up with the Firma brush, and I'm putting this at the outer corner of my eye. And I just want to kind of blend this nicely. I'm going to pick a little bit more up with my finger just to get this closer to the lash line. Real quickly, I'm just going to take this pencil brush and again push it closer to the lower lash line. I just wanted it to be a little bit more crisp, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that to the other eye real quick. Okay, now that I've done both eyes, I think I'm gonna go ahead and take the green shade in the OFRA palette, and I'm gonna put this all over my eye where you don't see the brown. Just using my finger to apply this, I can already tell that this is just gonna apply a lot better with my finger. I'm gonna take this Complex Culture shader brush, and I'm just going to kind of blend these together a little bit. Okay, so now that that's done, I'm gonna go ahead and take a little bit of this shade from the Pat McGrath palette and pick it up on this brush, and I'm just gonna put this in the center between the two just to add a little bit more shimmer to the eye look. Then I'm gonna take this brush again and just sweep the shadows all kind of together. Going just for a really nice green look. That shadow that I put on was a little bit on like the green side. I think that it's gonna look really good with the eye look. Okay, now I'm gonna take the bright yellow, and I'm gonna take this little brush and just put it right here at the outer edge. This yellow is very light. gonna take the firmer brush again and just go ahead, kind of diffuse that into the upper part. I am gonna take, I think, a little bit of this golden shade in the middle of the Pat McGrath palette and also put that underneath my eye. That is stunning. All right, so that is how the gold looks. And then I'm gonna go into our highlighter shade right here, which is Blissful. And I'm gonna use that same complex culture brush. And I'm just going to put it at the inner corner and use it as a brow bone highlight. It's like not coming up on camera for some reason. The inner corner is, but for some reason, I don't know why. It's harder to see the brow bone. I'm actually going to pick up some of that pink shade again on this SL Miss Glam brush and kind of just diffuse that towards the brow bone so that it looks a little less of a streak where the brow bone highlight is and a little bit more natural. Okay guys, so this was the final eye look as far as the eyeshadow goes. I really like how it turned out. All of these shades in the OFRA palette are really, really nice. I have used all the shades in the Pat McGrath palette already. I tried it out yesterday, and I have to say the Pat McGrath palette is gorgeous. The shimmers in it are stunning, but I think the OFRA palette is also really, really beautiful. Here are the tops of the lids, and here are the bottoms of the eyes. Overall, really happy with the eye look. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the base of my face, put some concealer on, and then we'll go ahead and get into those products. Okay guys, I am back and my eyes are done. I'm not putting setting spray on today because I'm not gonna have this makeup on for very long. So I just went ahead and put my mascara and my eyeliner on and finished up my brows. I put in the Wonder Beauty Brow Gel. For mascara, I do have on the Urban Decay Lash Freak mascara, which I tried out in a previous video. This is also a pretty new release. For eyeliner, I have the Pixie by Petra eyeliner on, and I think Copper Glow. That's what I have on my eyes. Let's go ahead and get into the Rare Beauty items. So first I have the liquid blush from Rare Beauty. This is in the shade Joy, and it's supposed to have like a dewy finish, I believe. So I've seen a couple people do this now, so I'm just gonna take a dot of this and put it on my cheeks because I don't want it to be too intense. So I'm just putting the smallest amount on. I'm going to take this beauty blender. I did use this a little bit for concealer, but I'm going to use the back of it to try to hopefully make this not look like crap. And just blend it out. Okay, so that's not too bad. So I could probably put just a little bit more on. But I was really afraid that I was going to mess this up and it was going to look awful, and I don't want to do that to Selena Gomez. I don't want to make her products look bad when they're not bad. A lot of liquid and cream blushes I'm used to working with are like very much not pigmented. So this is like really nice that this is so pigmented, but it's just a different way that you have to work with it. And I hadn't tried this out yet, so I just want to start, like I said, light-handed. And then I'm just going to add, I think, one more little tiny dot just to give a little bit more color. And I'm taking this, as you guys can see, kind of putting it on the apples of my cheeks and then pulling it up. I'm going to put bronzer on after I do the highlighter since it's a powder product. Kind of don't even know if I really want to do bronzer. So it's very, very pigmented, as you can see. I brought it a little too close here, so I'm going to put some concealer there just to cover that up if that's a little too much. I think the blush looks gorgeous, but I think this blush looks really pretty. I just wanted to show you guys so you can see where my foundation stops and the blush starts. But I think it looks really pretty. I'm gonna put a little bit of bronzer on, I think, because I want to blend this a little bit more, but I think this looks very stunning. It definitely has a little bit of a dewy sheen to it. I don't know if you guys can tell as I like move my face around, but there is definitely a little bit of a sheen, which I really like. I like that it's not just matte. That's why I picked this one, because I have more of a dewy finish, but I think it looks gorgeous and I'm very happy with how this performed. I was a little nervous that I was going to do too much because I hadn't tested it out beforehand, but I think it looks great. So let's go ahead and try out the highlighter next. So this is the liquid highlighter, and I got the shade Mesmerize, which is like a rose gold shade. So I'm going to take this little doe foot and just put one here and one there. This one I'm going to use my finger to tap out since it's a highlighter. I want it to be a little bit more shiny. I probably brought this down a little too much, to be honest. I should have probably taken it up a little bit higher, but too late now. This is really pretty. This highlighter is very subtle, especially for a liquid highlighter. I saw a couple people used it and I noticed when they used their finger, they got a better, in my opinion, a little bit more of a glow to their skin than when you used a sponge. For me, when I saw people using the sponge, it looked like it took too much away. So that's why I decided to use my finger. All right, I'm gonna put just a little bit right here and tap that. And I'm gonna bring some of it down here. It's so pretty. A little bit up here. I like that it's kind of subtle. Like normally I don't, but I've been getting a little bit more into the subtle glow as of recently, which I never thought I would be, but recently I've been kind of into it. I'm gonna put a little bit right here. I like this color a lot. Normally I'm not one for pink highlighters, but this is a really pretty rose gold shade, and I think because it's a liquid highlighter, I just naturally like it a little bit better. So I think it looks really, really pretty. It's very natural and dewy and glowy, but I think it looks really pretty. I'm just trying to see if I want to build it up anywhere. I feel like Selena did a really good job with this line. I love the packaging on these too. I think the packaging is just really nice and sleek. I know a lot of people compare it to Rihanna, but Fenty is a lot more like makeup, like heavy, like more people who want to go for like full glam and like really colorful makeup. I think Selena's line is a lot more natural and kind of appeals more to a Gen Z audience who maybe wants a little bit more than just like Morphe 2. She did a really good job at pricing it too, because it's pretty affordable for the products. I mean, this is $22, which is expensive, but you do get a lot of product in here, and this is $20, and again, you get a lot of product in here. I like the packaging, and I think she did a really good job. I know, like I said, some people are saying it's too similar to Fenty. It is definitely, in my opinion, different, especially with the little ball. All right, anyways, off my little speech high horse. Sort of like how this looks without the bronzer, so I think I'm just gonna take this down and we'll put some lip gloss on. Okay guys, so again, I didn't put any bronzer on. I was going to, but I kind of like how this looks. I know that it looks like there's a little bit of a sharper line right here with the blush, but I don't really care. I really like how it looks. I think it looks really pretty and dewy and just sort of natural, but not natural. I mean, my eyes are definitely not natural, but I do have a CC cream on, and I have these cream products. The last item I have to try today is the Tower 28 lip gloss, and this is in the shade Coconut. Here is the applicator, in case you're curious. It's just one of like a normal doe foot where it's kind of like on two sides. So let's see how pigmented. Oh, this is pretty pigmented. It definitely smells like coconut, like very strongly of coconut. I have to say I like the gloss. It's not too sticky, but it's definitely a thicker formula than I would normally go for. Normally with glosses, I don't like a very thick formula. I kind of like more of a thinner, almost lip oily formula, but this one isn't too bad. It's definitely not sticky. It's just a little bit thick. I like the color. I think the color's really pretty. It's just a nice like wash sheen of color, so you could layer this on top or wear it by itself, which is what I am doing. I think it looks really nice. I also love the Tower 28 packaging. Just to recap the items that I tried today, I tried this Tower 28 gloss, which I do like. I think it seems like a nice formula. As far as the Rare Beauty items go, I have the blush and highlighter. The blush I really like. I think it's really, really pretty. I think I like the blush a little bit more than the highlighter, but I really like the highlighter too. As far as the liquid highlighter goes, I really like this. This is a lot of product. Like the blush is a lot, but this is like a lot. It's really, really pretty. I like the applicator on both items. I really like the packaging. I love the sheen this gives. This is a very natural glow, so if you don't like a natural glow, this isn't going to be for you. I think this will be good for days that I do want something a little bit more natural. I think it's really, really pretty, and yeah, I'm really happy with it. I like this color. Again, this was the color Mesmerizing, and the blush I got was the shade Joy. As far as the eye palettes go, the OFRA one is gorgeous. I love the colors. I think they blended really nicely. I really, of course, like the Blissful highlight. It was a great inner corner highlight and brow bone highlight. I think they all blended really well. And then as far as the Pat McGrath palette goes, the shades I tried from that I really liked. Like I said, I did try all the shades yesterday when I used this palette. I thought it was really pretty, and I liked all the shades I tried today. Both of these palettes are definitely worth it. They're both around the same price. I will say the packaging on the OFRA one is nicer, but with Pat McGrath, you're paying for the Pat McGrath name, and I definitely think these are still worth your $28. And I definitely think the OFRA one is worth your $29, but you can use Leora's code, which I think is just Leora, to get 20% off. That is all of the items I think I tried out today. Let me know down in the comments below what you thought of some of these items. If you've bought some of the new releases that I tried out today, I would love to hear all of your thoughts and opinions down below. I am really happy with how everything turned out. I'm really happy with the final look. I think it looks really pretty, actually. It's one of my favorite looks I think I've ever done on my channel, so that's surprising. I just really love the complexion products, especially. I think they look awesome. Remember to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and click the subscribe button if you are into fashion and beauty related content. That is all for today, guys. Stay safe, stay healthy, and have a good one. Bye, guys!